with the basketball. Bradley. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, they've got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Davis to Bradley. Even to Zubac with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beverly's shot no good. Bradley to James. Kawhi Leonard snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
It's PG for two. Oh, straight down the middle for two. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
James. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Leonard. 5 to shoot. Leonard. James with the board. And it's Zubac with the rebound. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Beverly. The shot almost. Across the timeline comes James. They trail by 2. Bradley to James. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. It's LA Clippers ball to George. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Paul George. Danny Green pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To George. Fires the 3. And he'll go to the foul line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Second of 3 is good. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. Nope, first one does not go. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. Beverly into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. He was hacked. They let it go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Nothing going here on that drive. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And McGee there for the rebound. LBJ with it. To Davis. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Beverly. JaVale McGee sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To James. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
LeBron James. Couple of free throws on the way. He struggled so far. Knocks down the first.
Good shot.
And gets both to drop at the line. Beverly to Paul George. Trying to cash in. Paul George. 2 of 4 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Bradley to James. Shot from the lane won't go. George to Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Leonard knocks it down off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's James controlling the offense. Probing the defense. It's James. His first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Beverly. The pass taken away by the Lakers. To Danny Green. Free throws coming up.
I'm the first to say I like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you got to be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
Danny Green has got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Williams into the front court. The score 10-8. To Beverly. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Has a chance. A shot no good there by Williams.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Clippers have the basketball. Paul George. Has a look. Shot by George misses. Bradley to James. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's James for two. Not that time.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Williams to Beverly. Paul George, 4-2. Paul George, 3 for 6 now.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To James. Kuzma down low for Davis. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
George. To Beverly. Trying to cash in. Lou Williams. Missed his first. That one goes.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
LeBron. Tough matchup against George. Danny Green to Bradley. Down to 5 on the 24. Shot clock violation. Changes coming from both sides right now. Paul George to Beverly. Jackson to George. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
George. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Dwight Howard at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. First one goes down. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Beverly to Jackson. To Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. You've got to get that one to go. To Reggie Jackson. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Lakers at the controls right now. To Kyle Kuzma. And scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Jackson. To Beverly. Screen coming. Beverly. To Reggie Jackson. LA with 4 to shoot. Jackson. And the Lakers have the rebound. Danny Green. To Howard. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
George. To Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Paul George. Another chance. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Los Angeles, they have it. To Danny Green. Howard. Rondo. Off the assist.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Reggie Jackson, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Here's Rondo with it. Shot clock turned off. They can get within 1 or tie it with a 3. For 3 and knocks it down. Jay, for the defender, tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
The first quarter's complete. We have a tie ball game. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. George to Jackson.
Hey, double screen.
That's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here comes the screen. Easy pass to the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Rondo into the front court. They trail by 2. Caldwell Pope. With the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
I got him. Here we go.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Jackson. LA with 4 to shoot. To George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Paul George. Here comes the screen. Lakers ball. Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Williams across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. Has a chance. Leonard shot won't go down. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Williams to Leonard. Off the mark.
Hey, lock up.
Caldwell Pope. Here comes the screen. Down for McGee. Montrezl Harrell. Tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Williams into the front court. Down 5. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
JaVale McGee, couple of free throws on the way. History not on his side. 58% from the line. And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Beverly into the front court. Down 4. Driving is Rondo, but a shot won't fall. To Leonard. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free?
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Leonard to Williams. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Anthony Davis swats it. New blood coming in for both sides. James. shoots. Oh, off the mark. Anthony Davis. He's 2 for 2 now. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
They go down to Davis. To James. Second effort. The follow won't go either. Down low for Leonard. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
James to Davis. Anthony Davis. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LA Clippers with the basketball. To Leonard. Sizing up the defense. Beverly. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
James into the front court. Leads 4. To Davis. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
It's good. LeBron into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. They'll get it down to Davis. Anthony Davis. He's now 5 for 6. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly. They'll get it down low to Harrell. And strokes it. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. James to Davis. Won't go down. Beverly into the front court, trailing by 4. Here comes the screen. Leonard to Beverly. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Leonard. Textbook defense. To Kyle Kuzma. Not done yet. Another follow. No good. Beverly. To Leonard. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Kawhi Leonard, 4 out of 10.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Lakers at the controls right now. Here comes the screen. James. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Leonard. From the painted area, won't go down. Danny Green. Rondo. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Beverly. Leonard. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Davis. Danny Green. To James. Danny Green. To Davis. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Anthony Davis trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Beverly into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Nothing going here on that drive. A shot at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Lakers have the lead.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Lakers have the lead, but not by much. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Clippers aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And even though they're losing, you don't see a lack of confidence from their shooters. That could be the difference for them in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
Anthony Davis is up in the air swatting shots. When he's not doing that, he's down on the floor making steals. Who wouldn't be impressed by a first half like that?
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
It's LA Clippers ball. Paul George to Beverly. Here comes the screen. JaVale McGee with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To George. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. The screen sets him up for 2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
JaVale McGee against Paul George. To Danny Green. Has a look. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
McGee powers it through.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Beverly to Paul George. Got it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
LeBron James with the rock. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LeBron into the front court. Up by 6. Down for McGee. Rocking the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Marcus Morris.
Big screen right there, big screen.
And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Offensive board. JaVale McGee. Putback's good.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
To George. Leonard. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
LeBron with it up top. Up 6. To Kyle Kuzma. And he knocks it down, Jay. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high, but still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Leonard to Marcus Morris. Nothing going here on that drive. Missed it. How'd that not go down? In the front court comes Rondo. His team on top by 8. JaVale McGee to Kyle Kuzma. Curling inside. Kuzma driving, but his shot won't go. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Can't miss those. Across the timeline comes James. It's an 8-point lead. Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Add 2 points to the board.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
To Paul George. They'll get it down to Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go. Danny Green to James. Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
With the flush, taking on all comers. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 23, Louis Williams.
James to Bradley.
Number 3, Anthony Davis.
Layup goes down. Well done.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
George down low for Leonard. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Los Angeles, they have it. James to Davis. Leonard. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go. To James. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
LeBron James. He's got 2 shots coming. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. To George. LeBron James rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Bradley. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. LA Clippers with the basketball. Paul George. James into the front court. He'll run the off.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Doc Rivers making some changes to his lineup. Kuzma. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Leonard. And the Lakers clear. To Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Jackson. And scores on the step back. Unguardable, Jay.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Nothing going here on that drive. The drive right to the basket. Oh, straight down the middle for 2. To Reggie Jackson. They'll get it down to Leonard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Davis. Marcus Morris. Huge block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. LBJ has it. To Davis. JaMychal Green with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Jackson with it. His guys trail by 10. Williams to Marcus Morris. And he hits.
What a move. If you're on defense, you can't be caught flat-footed there.
LeBron James. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Off the mark on the first free throw.
Number 13.
Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. To James. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Williams across the timeline. His guys down by 9. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
George to Jackson. Reggie Jackson. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way.
James to Howard. James against George. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Jackson to Paul George. Trying to cash in. He connects with the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. LeBron James matched up with Paul George. Offensive rebound. That ends the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. They had the lead coming out of halftime. They were able to extend that lead in the third quarter.
A lot of fans and players get consumed with the big plays, but the coaches love seeing their teams continuing to do the little things. That's how you increase the lead.
James to Davis. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Los Angeles has the basketball to Kyle Kuzma. Probing the defense to Davis. Down low for Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Williams into the front court. His guys down 11. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
LeBron into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Gets it at the top of the key to Bradley. Here comes the screen. Kuzma. To James from long range. And in Zubats with the rebound. It's LA Clippers ball. Wide open look, won't go. Davis. Baseline drive. From the outside, no good. Goes to the right side. Screen coming, baseline drive. Williams' shot won't go. Kuzma to Davis. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Williams across the timeline. His team down 9. Big finish at the rim.
He got through traffic with ease, but if you're going to fully collapse the defense, you're going to leave wide open three-point shooters.
To James. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Lakers have it. The monster stuff.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
He's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. To Bradley. Down for McGee. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
To George. Cleans it up. Anthony Davis snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Clippers have the basketball and a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Substitution being made in this one. George, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Paul George. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To George. To Reggie Jackson. Has a chance. Reggie Jackson, not that time.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to Paul George. Surveys the floor. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Can't connect from in close. To Danny Green. Bradley to James. Has a look. LeBron shot off the mark. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard to Beverly. Avery Bradley pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Leonard goes to the left side. George deep two there, won't go. To Davis. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
To Marcus Morris. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, guys will 100% reward you.
LeBron into the front court. His guys leading by 14. And he buries it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Leonard to George. Kawhi Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's James controlling the offense. Oh, he had it. Takes stock of the floor. Beverly into the front court. 14-point deficit. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. To Williams. Beverly to Williams. Driving right to the...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Davis to the basket, but his shot no good. Beverly into the front court. Down 12. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Screen coming. Bradley. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Paul George at the line for 2 shots, shooting 80% in this contest. Oops, he missed the first one.
One time. We go.
For LA, number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Misses the second as well. To Bradley. Avery Bradley. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Anthony Davis sends it away. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. And that's rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron with it up top. Lead is 12. To Bradley. The drive, right to the basket. Bradley cleans it up. Offensive board to Bradley. To Davis, down low. Flushes it home.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. It's LA Clippers ball. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Howard. Dwight Howard tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Danny Green. From the painted area, won't go down. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Danny Green, tough matchup against George. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Dwight Howard swats it. Count the basket inside.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Across the timeline comes James. They lead it by 14. Shot from the lane won't go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go up 2 legs and expect the contact.
Davis Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Clippers have the basketball. And too much contact.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Dwight Howard with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
James to Davis. The pass taken away by the Clippers. And look out. He's been a one-man show. But, Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
James, message received. Well defended. Long key from three-quarters court. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers emerged victorious after a tight finish. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. The Clippers just couldn't close this one out. And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Anthony Davis was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston. Tonight, the Boston Celtics getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Won by the Thunder. Gallinari off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Here comes the screen. Kemba Walker against Adams. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Now Paul with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Down low Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Nothing going here on that drive. Walker to Hayward. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Adams. Probing the defense. Big man, Steven Adams. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Walker into the front court. Down 2. Jumper's good.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Hayward to Marcus Smart. To Hayward. Walker. Gets to the basket and scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, But if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Paul to Adams. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he had it. Walker to Hayward. Boston with 4 to shoot. Hayward to Kemba Walker. Here's a chance from long range. Look out, Kemba hitting the tough shots here.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Probing the defense. Paul. Now Adams down low. It's a big finish. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Walker. Shot clock winding down. Walker. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And hits the first free throw. Second to 3, got it. It's all 3 free throws. Thunder with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Paul. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Walker.
I got ball. This is all me.
Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there. Big screen.
To Kemba Walker. For 3, that's dancing with danger. Kemba Walker left wide open, and he drills it for 3.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Paul to Adams. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
To Walker. That's no good. From long range. Not going down here. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Leads 3. To Marcus Smart. The pass set it all up.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Celtics have it. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
To Kemba Walker. Steven Adams able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Paul. Has a chance. Paul's shot won't go down. Boston with the basketball. Hayward to Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. 4 out of 7.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Going to launch beyond the arc. He made his first effort, but not that time. Into the front court, it's Walker. Up by 6. Nothing going here on that drive. Kemba Walker picked up by Ferguson. And he scores. Unguardable, Jay.
Ed, here's a next-level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
It's Paul for 2. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 of 4 now.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Walker with the basketball. Up 6. To Marcus Smart. Walker. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Has a look. Shot by Hayward, no good. Paul into the front court. Now down 6. To Adams. Oh, big finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Cutter, I got yours.
Walker. And the Thunder with the rebound. Paul with it up top. Down 4. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Nothing going here on that drive. That is great vision to set it up. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Paul into the front court, trailing by 4. Here comes the screen. Paul to Adams. And scores at the basket. Great body control, Jay. He was a freight train down the lane.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, That's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Ooh, crisp ball. 3 for 6 now.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle, oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Kemba Walker, guarded by CP3. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level? But that jumper is wet, too.
Here comes the screen. Paul. Knocks it down off the step back.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Walker into the front court. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. Beyond the arc for 3. And Kemba Walker, high degree of difficulty, but that's where he thrives. Counted for 3.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Walker to Cantor. Steven Adams with a piece. It's rebounded by the Celtics. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Celtics have the lead. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
Well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
Nerlens Noel sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Celtics have it. Cantor to Marcus Smart. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Count it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Paul to Adams. You've got to get that one to go.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Cantor. And it's Cantor above the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Adams. Sizing up the defense to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. Lets it fly from long range, and he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting reports. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Second one's no good. One more coming. Missed opportunity. 0 for 3 at the line.
Here we go. I got him. Screen, I got your help.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Oh, no, he can't guard you out there.
Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Oklahoma City ball. To Paul. Surveys the floor. Paul.
Pick it up.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Second and 3 is good.
Into the game.
3 for 3. Nice. Ball's controlled by Boston.
I got ball.
Off the assist.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Paul. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Fires the 3. No good. Lays it up and in.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down 8. Can't connect. To Hayward. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Paul, he's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Jason Tatum rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Celtics have it. To Paul. Draws the double and still hits.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Tatum. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
It was right there. Another follow, still no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
To Hayward. Missed a wide open look. Paul across the timeline. Down 6. Down low, Noel. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Working it outside. 4-3. Off the mark. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect. Thunder with the basketball. Paul. Nice pass to get things going.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Here we go.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Tatum shot no good. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? OKC ball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Boston with 4 to shoot. Shot from in close, no good. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Out of bounds, last touch by the Celtics. It stays with Oklahoma City. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Schroeder. Down to 5 on the 24. Paul. He was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Paul into the front court. Down just a couple. To Schroeder. Five seconds to shoot. Paul. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Paul. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Doesn't get the bounce. Across the timeline, it's Walker. They lead it, 4-point game. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City. Fires the three, knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
It is extremely prevalent right now for three-point shooters because of the skill set at every position is that
good. A three at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. That's it. First half has come to an end with the Celtics in front.
Thanks, Ed. The Celtics will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Thunder are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
Kemba Walker was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Into the front court, it's Walker. Leads 4. To Hayward.
Trap.
Walker. From the painted area, won't go down.
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
Steven Adams with the slam. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
To Kemba Walker. Mike Muscala with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Paul to Adams. Nice pass to set things up.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Walker. Here comes the screen. To Cantor. And his Cantor above the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Paul with it up top. His group now down 2. A pass taken away by the Celtics. Kemba Walker guarded by CP3. To Hayward. Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Takes stock of the floor. And a 5-second back to the basket violation is called. Walker. To Cantor. To Walker. And the rebound comes down to the Thunder. Paul into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Ferguson has a look. And scores. Boston with the basketball. Walker. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down 4. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Ferguson to Paul. Adams to Paul. Deep 2 there, won't go. Walker with the basketball. 2-point advantage. To Hayward. Trying to cash in. Tatum shot misses. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Terrence Ferguson at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 90% at the line. Add one more to his total. Celtics have it. Walker. To Hayward. To Kemba Walker. Here comes the screen. Walker. And scores. Strong take.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here's Schroeder with it. His guys now down by a point. Hayward to Walker. Baseline drive. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. To Adams. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Steven Adams. He's got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. Misses the first. Off the mark. 0 for 2 at the line. To Hayward.
Screen right.
To Kemba Walker. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys down 3. Ball's controlled by Boston.
Here we go.
Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Schroeder with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Has a chance. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. He's now 4 for 6.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Schroeder to Adams. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Walker into the front court. Leads 3. Here comes the screen. Kemba Walker guarded by Schroeder. Off the assist.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Schroeder. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Can't connect from in close. Here's Schroeder with it. They're down 3. Here's a chance from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Celtics have it.
I got ball. You got to get up on that.
To Marcus Smart. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Marcus Smart trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Missed the foul shot. Paul across the timeline. Down 3.
I got him. I got him. Trap. Got him.
The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. To Paul. For 3. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the 3.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing there.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. And he'll head to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Chris Paul at the line for 2 shots. A career 86% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. To Marcus Smart. And he finishes at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Oklahoma City's got it. To Paul.
Got him. Good trap.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Picked up by the Thunder. And counted at the rim. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Paul to Schroeder. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Chance for Paul. Step back jumper.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Marcus Smart. Screen coming. Shot clock winding down. To Cantor. 24-second violation. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Paul. Down to Adams. Scores from the post.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Cantor. Not that time. To Paul. To Adams. Rebound comes to Cantor. Nothing going here on that drive. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Paul. And a pass stolen by Boston. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. Chance for Chris Paul. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Slams it home on the putback. Long key from three-quarters court. There's the buzzer. Three-quarters complete, and it's deadlocked. All tied up. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter, and this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ball game.
Not done yet. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His group now down 2. Screen coming. Hayward to Walker. Shot from in close, no good. Schroeder to Paul. To Schroeder. Won't go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys trail now by 4. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Short jumper off the mark. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Boston with the basketball. Kemba Walker against Schroeder. To Marcus Smart. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Schroeder. They get it down to Paul. Marcus Smart swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Walker with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Schroeder. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4 to Hayward. From long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Schroeder. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Walker to Hayward. Slams it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
The Thunder have the possession. Schroeder to Paul. Here comes the screen. And a nice finish at the rim.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Here comes the screen. Hayward. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound taken in by Paul. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Lead stands at 10. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. To Paul. Here comes the screen. Here's CP3. Second effort. Rebound pulled in by Hayward. To Kemba Walker. Hayward. Beyond the arc for 3. And Gordon Hayward knocks down a wide open look.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Paul. Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Probing the defense. Hayward. Great feed. Sets it up. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Paul into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Nothing going here on that drive. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Walker into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there, big screen.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Probing the defense. OKC now with 4 to shoot. It's Paul for 2. Across the timeline, it's Walker. The deficit now up to 5. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Paul with it up top. They're looking to make something happen. Swings it. Ferguson. Jason Tatum. Tips it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Oklahoma City, number 17, Dennis Schroeder. Subbing in for Boston, number 27.
Schroeder. Lets it fly from long range. Won't go to end a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
Oh, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Hayward. The jumper's off the mark. Schroeder with the basketball. Up 5.
Ice.
The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. Ferguson lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Walker. To Hayward. Almost, but no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Knocked loose. To Kemba Walker. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Runner here won't go down. To Walker. Boston with 4 to shoot. Walker. Tatum. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Baseline drive. Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Paul. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Hayward. Walker. Here comes the screen. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. To Kemba Walker. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Ferguson. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Here comes the screen. Boston with 4 to shoot. And the basket good at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Sizing up the defense. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Chance for Paul. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Trying to cash in. Shot by Tatum won't fall. Desperation shot for the win. The quarter comes to an end, and it's deadlocked. All tied up. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Let's do it. Overtime is underway. Paul. Ferguson to Paul. Fires the 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Kemba Walker matched up with Paul. To Marcus Smart. Walker to Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go. The follow won't go either. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Surveys the floor. To Paul. 4-3. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the 3.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
To Hayward. Has a look. It's no good. Great defense.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Ferguson driving right to the basket. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Marcus Smart. Walker. Takes stock of the floor. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Paul into the front court. Leads one. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. To Paul. Working hard on the glass.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To Marcus Smart. Cleans the offensive glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down a point. Down low Adams. Enes Kanter sends it away. Celtics have it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Paul. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. Chance for Chris Paul. Not that time. Walker with the basketball. Leads 3. Tatum. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Hayward. Boston with 4 to shoot. Tatum. Well defended. Celtics have it. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. And now they'll wrap him up with the intentional foul. That'll be free throws with 16 seconds left. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. The Thunder will use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Here's CP3. That's usually one that he'll knock down. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game. Marcus Smart, a couple of free throws on the way, shooting 66% in this contest. Nope, first one does not go. Misses the second as well. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Deep three at the buzzer. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First try at the line, no good. And he hits the second. And he missed the free throw. 1 for 3 on that try. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win it in overtime. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics did what great teams do best, finish. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Thunder finished on the losing end of a close score. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Check out the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Tatum put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in his zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.